So now we're on to Chris Finkbeiner. And Chris lives in Granton, Ontario, which is northwest of London for those who live more further away. And he and his wife, Lisa, have been big supporters of the Ontario Toy Show through the years, and we thank them for their help in putting on the shows. And Chris has got a big collection, and he's into repairing toys. So now we're going to ask him to come on, and he's going to share with us some of the information from his perspective.
As Doug said, my name is Chris Finkbeiner. I'm going to show you a little bit of my collection. Me and my wife have kind of come up with some questions she's going to ask me, and I'm going to try and answer them the best I can. So I'm going to flip my phone, and she's going to ask away.
Chris, do you remember what your first toy that you collected was, and can you describe it or show it to us today?
Yes, I can. This here was my very first collector toy. It's a 7130 Magnum. I got it from my parents for Christmas one year. I've got tractors before this, but of course I played with them and they've been wrecked and stuff like that. I still have a lot of them that I did have. But this one here's the very first one that I actually kept in the box, and it was played with a little bit, but it's still pretty good shape.
Do you have a favorite piece or toy that you've collected, and why is it your favorite toy?
I have a lot of favorite toys, but my most recent acquisition is I work on a very large cash crop farm and hog operation, and I have a custom built hog trailer. It's a Barrett 3-deck hydraulic floor hog trailer. And I had a fella, I'll show it to you here. Just bear with me. Okay, so this here is my custom made trailer. It came from John Volek down in Texas. He 3D printed it all and everything. It is identical to what my trailer is. The truck was built by Christopher Enns at Prairie Wind Custom Farm Toys, sorry, in Saskatchewan. And this is my pride and joy. This is my baby at work, and now I have a collector's item to go with it.
All right. Do you have a certain scale that you collect or different sizes?
My main scale is 1/64. I do collect 1/16. I have a few 1/32, not very many. There's not a lot of stuff that I have. 1/64, like I said, is my main scale. Case IH has kind of been my favorite throughout the years. I have a little bit of everything. I got Case, John Deere, New Holland, Alice Chalmers. So here's some of my collection. I know there's a bit of a glare there. I'm hoping I can get rid of the glare. But yeah, so everything I have is this is only some of it. It's in display cases. So hopefully everybody can see this. If you can't, just tell me, okay? So I have trucks, I have tractors, I have implements, I got banks. I don't know if everybody can see that. There's some banks there in behind. So that's one of my display cases. And over here, follow me along. Here's some more of my display cases. A lot of my stuff is based on stuff I ran. So I've pretty much, I've lived on a farm all my life. I've worked for a lot of farmers. And a lot of this stuff is what I've what I've operated and stuff. Yeah, so that's one. And then here's another one of a lot of trucks that I have. So I'm just trying to get there. That's better. So, and then there's some 1/16ths. Both of those tractors, both of them have done that I work for right now. There's some trucks. And yes, some of these trucks are my wife's. Okay.
Okay, does anybody have any questions for Chris or Lisa?
So is there a certain brand that is your favorite that you collect, or?
Case IH.
Case IH. Do you collect anything else besides toys?
I have a hat collection, and if I see coats or something like that, I'll scoop up coats and just stuff like that.
Have you ever made a custom piece?
Yes, I have. Actually, 18 years ago, I broke this wrist, and I was laid off of work for 6 months. And as my wrist healed, I was able to, it didn't work real well, but I made a combine. I don't know if everybody can see this. It has no decals. I haven't got decals for it, but there is this combine. Did all the handrails, the mirrors. It's a 30-foot head, and it's got custom tires and stuff like that. So that I do a little bit of customizing, not a lot, not like some of the other guys do.
Okay, how are we doing for questions? Are we pretty well wrapped up on those?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for sharing sharing that, and it's an interesting concept to do the questions and answers. So thank you to Lisa for assisting in that. We got a 2-for-1 today. So thank you so much for sharing your collection, Chris. And so now I just want to go back to our breakout sessions. And does anybody have any interesting thoughts or comments to share based on who they met, some new friends possibly in the breakouts? Any feedback from that? If so, just push your space bar to turn on your microphone and share your thoughts. I don't hear any feedback, so we'll give you one more chance in a few minutes to think about it. So in honor of Jason Hebert, who was our first presenter today and did a lot to help us organize today. In fact, Jason was the one behind the summer toy show. So we shared some of their ideas and added some brainstorming to add all these more ideas. And so Jason, unfortunately, I don't see his diorama on the Facebook page, but I happen to have one that I'm going to share now. I think he had difficulty doing that last night. So I'm going to just share. It's only a 4-minute video, but I think you'd enjoy an additional activity that Jason does. So we'll just watch this 4-minute diorama tour of Jason's farm.